Hey, what's up YouTube? It is Captain Shock here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the post-nerf NV4 and I'm actually using it right here. Here is the post-nerfed version of the NV4 that I'm using. And look at those two zombies there getting destroyed and oh man, get wrecked boy. And sometimes I just can't help it, they bring it out in me. So the post-nerf NV4, you're seeing it in action right here. What did they do to it? Well, the patch note said they increased the recoil on the NV4. And that's not a bad nerf at all. It's actually a fair nerf. So credit to them. They listened to the community. I messaged Joe on Twitter as well saying not to destroy the NV4. And I believe it's a fair nerf. So credit to them for, understanding and listening to the community. The ones who actually play the game. Now, if you can remember on my elite gun setup video for the NV4, I chose the attachment silencer, extended mags and quick draw, and that was pre-nerf NV4. So is it still viable? Are those attachments still elite for the NV4? And the answer is yes. Those attachments are the best setup for the NV4. This is trial and tested by someone who destroys lobbies. I'm using the exact same setup here. Nothing is different. The recoil, you just have to use a little more recoil management and you don't have to engage in those very long range situations anyway. So just choose your encounters and you will destroy with this setup. I mean, my subscribers who followed this setup, this exact setup that I'm using here, they've actually gone on to drop nukes with it. And I've tested again and it's still just as good. It's a bare difference in the recoil. And you should be using recoil management anyway to prepare for the other CODs. Before the NV4 was nerfed, the recoil wasn't that much, right? So now they added a little more recoil, you will have to use that recoil management. And it's a good thing to practice, so definitely use the NV4. Definitely carry out some recoil management. But if you're really struggling, then take off the extended mags and put on a grip. Otherwise, you don't need a grip. You can just safely and accurately control that recoil with just using your thumb. Now, do I think the NV4 is the best assault rifle in the game? Actually, no, I don't think so. I think the game is quite balanced in that regards because you can use a K-bar and a K-bar will beat the NV4 in a variety of situations, and it's what the pro players use as well. The pro players use the K-bar more than the NV4, so all this crying about the NV4 is so OP, it's just coming from players who really need to stop making excuses and examine themselves and improve themselves rather than blaming a gun. The Type 2 got a buff as well, which is an assault rifle. It's actually very strong right now and it's been used a lot in public games and I don't mind that. I like guns that are good, I like guns that are consistent, so I'm all for buffing weapons, that are not up to par. Give them a buff rather than nerfing the best weapons. But I do believe the NV4, this recoil nerf was a good one, it was a fair one. It wasn't too bad at all. So when you're using the NV4 now, don't be afraid to be using the same attachments as mentioned in the elite setup for the NV4 and the ones I'm using right here in fact. And you can see when I shoot people, when I engage people at those ranges, there's barely any recoil if you control it, and you guys have to practice that recoil management. It is one of the foundations in becoming an elite player. It is so important. You can see me following the nuke map navigation guide for terminal that I produced when attempting those De-Atomizer strikes on this map, and you can see it working quite well. And I go straight into phase shift here. This was quite close. I pushed a little too hard. You need to be careful about that. When you're close to your De-Atomizer, sometimes you make these rash decisions. You just push in a little too hard. You're thinking the time might run out or the points might run out. So when you're in that situation, just stay focused, stay calm, and remember in the back of your mind you have phase shift to use or rewind. So always remember, always get ready to press it as well, because sometimes there's a delay when you press it, so you need to be ready, you need to be aware of what's going on. And you can see me navigate the map very efficiently here, and I'm putting myself in positions of power so they cannot get me when I'm so close. Now I see the death skulls over there, multiple death skulls, so I move away. I want to keep it on my terms, I don't want to give them the advantage. So I'm very close and look how easy that was. I pick up the De-Atomizer strike. Simple, right? And that's how you don't choke a De-Atomizer as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it very informative. Please leave a like if you did, guys. please share the videos, guys. It will help me out so much, and I really appreciate when you do that. And do subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. Bye.
Friendly counter UAV online. Friendly drone support is active.